Hey folks, so at the time of filming, Bitcoin's price seems to be holding strong above the $38,000 mark, with Ethereum performing similarly above the $2,700 point. Now this will likely have come as a relief to crypto investors around the world after experiencing a daunting period of red across the board. Now, you're probably wondering why crypto sentiment seems to have shifted from absolutely terrified to quite hopeful in just a handful of days. Well, the short answer is that there is no one clear answer. As with everything in crypto, there are countless factors to consider. However, I'll be talking about some of the factors that we at the Coin Bureau HQ suspect could be most influential. So, one of the most significant factors that's likely behind the bounce we've seen across major cryptocurrencies is the rally recently witnessed in the stock market and tech stocks specifically. The Nasdaq saw a chilly start to 2022, but since late January it has been building once again. And what's more, Tesla, a key directional leader within the tech company space, climbed upwards of 10% amidst bullish news from Credit Suisse. The company saw a serious period of red after CEO Elon Musk, aka the Doge father, alerted shareholders to the prospect of no new vehicles being designed in 2022. Though this should change in the future, the fate of many cryptocurrencies is highly correlated with the performance of tech stocks. So it's always worth keeping a close eye on how they're doing and are expected to perform in the future. So another factor is regulatory clarity. Various surveys have been conducted on an institutional level, and many have found that it's uncertainty rather than aggressive regulation or price volatility that deters large-scale investors. Now this makes sense. As soon as there is certainty involved, investment plans can be reliably made and allow said investors to focus on the unreliable factors, most notably price fluctuation in its purest form. Well, earlier this week, India provided additional clarity on what regulations on cryptocurrency and digital assets will look like in the country. So for context, the Indian crypto demographic has expanded by 641% in the year through June of 2021. So suffice to say, therefore, there were a lot of interested parties waiting for the Indian government to make an announcement on that matter. Well, that announcement finally came. On the one hand, it's been decided that crypto investors will pay 30% tax on income from the sale of cryptocurrency assets. Now, though this seems aggressive, at least it provides some degree of certainty around digital asset investments in the country. What's more, India is embracing blockchain further by announcing plans for a phase-driven CBDC rollout beginning in the coming weeks. Big news coming from a big country with a serious number of crypto investors affected. The developments have likely made a serious proportion of investors feel more comfortable, or at least more certain about the future of cryptocurrency there. And at this point, it's also worth noting that cryptocurrencies often tend to perform better in the first half of the month. This is due to options expiries that generally take place towards the end of a given month. Effectively, a number of investors holding short positions on BTC stood to gain if options expired at a point where BTC sat below a certain price point, around the $40,000 mark. Naturally, this is not always enough to have a tangible effect on the price of BTC, but this month it seems it may have taken hold. An additional factor involves a topic I'm sure you're also sick to death of hearing about. It is, of course, the pandemic. The perceived state of the pandemic's severity has long had an impact on the performance of cryptocurrencies, with few investment areas remaining free from its touch. Yesterday, the World Health Organization issued a statement urging caution around the relaxation of restrictions the world over. It claimed that many countries are yet to see the peak of this Omicron variant wave, and that said countries often have a low level of vaccination coverage, along with some very vulnerable individuals. Quote, "Now is not the time to lift everything all at once." Now, we are yet to see how this news will fully manifest itself across top blue-chip cryptocurrencies, though BTC and ETH do not seem to have witnessed a tumble as a result. In a separate release, however, a representative from the WHO's COVID-19 response team said that the new variant of the Omicron strain of the virus does not seem to be any more dangerous than the pre-existing form. Now, we're yet to see just how newly forming COVID regulations will impact the market, though suffice to say, we at Coin Bureau HQ will be keeping a watchful eye. Now, these are just a handful of the countless factors that may have influenced the trend reversal we've seen over the last few days. However, it's important to remember that the number of reasons behind the price movement of major cryptocurrencies, and therefore the market more broadly, are legion. To stay on top of all the updates coming out of cryptocurrency, you'd need to be wired into the matrix 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Or you could, follow Coin Bureau. Anyway, I hope you found this video interesting, and with luck, it's cleared up some of the possible reasons behind BTC and other major cryptos' upward price movement in the last few days. So, stay tuned for more.